Welcome back to Personalities Beyond Business. I am your host, Jazzy J.
And I'm your host, Nikki J. And today, y'all, we are
welcoming you to the season finale. We are excited, but also so sad to say goodbye for the end of the season. But we have, for our final episode, a very, very, very good topic and a special guest, a childhood friend. But before I get into the introduction, I will pass it back off to Nikki J. She will give the introduction to who we have with us.
So as she mentioned, yes, we do have a really, really great episode, a great season finale. We're going to make it, it's going to be a really good one. All right. So just sit back and get prepared for what we got to give you guys on this season finale. Today, we do have a very special guest, born and raised in Compton, one of the OGs in the educational game, a brother who paved the way for, Nikki J in this knowledge game. We got Truck in the house. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing real well. Thank you for having me, ladies. I appreciate it to be here with the lovely Double J, Jazzy Jane, and Nikki J.
Hey.
I appreciate it.
Glad to have you
on the show.
We are glad to have you here today, too. So, like I mentioned, we got something very different for you guys today. Again, this is our season finale for season 1. Don't worry, we'll be back. So we're going to do something different, really different. We're going to honor someone who deserves to smell the roses while they're still here, right? Mm-hmm. We want them to feel important. We want them to know that we understand, we hear you, we see you, we appreciate your contributions to the world. And with that being said, let me see, Truck, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, let's give it up to Truck. Let's give it up to Truck.
We are going to be
Truck,
doing
tell
our
what we got.
honor awards today. This is and listen, this is our own honor awards, and it came from a really good, deep place because I'm tired of seeing people die, our celebrities die, and then we want to
give our
such and
honors
such
and pay
did
homage.
this. Yeah, we should do that while they here, so they can hear us, so they can know that we love y'all, that we feel y'all, that
we appreciate you.
Everything that you did and you're doing and the lessons. We want them to know that now, not at the funeral. We want you to know that now.
Smell your roses while you're here.
Exactly.
So, without further ado, we're going to kick it off to Truck.
This is a great opportunity because this man is an icon, a legend, the West Coast warlord. He wears so many hats, and to be having this man, giving him the opportunity to smell his roses while he's still around above ground, especially by two queens, it just means a lot. We're going to give it up today for the West Coast warlord, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Give it up.
This one's for you, Cube. Hey. Yeah, this one is for Ice
when you
Cube.
hear that song, and I'm from South Central LA, so I definitely, if you hear that song, it's a good day.
Absolutely. It really is a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day that we even had the opportunity to sit down and collab and talk about this episode because we wanted to bring something so different. We want Cube to know that we appreciate you. So with that being said, let's dig a little bit into Ice Cube and who he is as a artist, as a human being, as a person. You know what I mean? And we got Truck to do that for us. You want to go ahead and kick it off with what do you appreciate and love about Cube? And because you were in his era, you grew up in his era, being at his shows, interacting with, his surrounding people and certain things like that. Tell us a little something.
Oh, wow. Where to start at? Cube is from a small town called South Central LA.
Hey.
All right. LA, Compton, Watts, South Central, Long Beach. These are different segments of LA, but they actually still LA, if you will. And what I appreciate the most probably about Cube is the fact that he's outside of the things that the iconic things that he's done in the rap game, the things that he's done in Hollywood, but the man that he is, the father, the husband, these are things that the unseen things about the brother, the consistency. You know what I mean? He's had one wife. You know what I mean? We don't hear about a whole lot of scandals and things of that nature with Ice Cube. And since the brother was a teenager, from day one, he's used his platform to give something back to the community, to speak about the struggles that we go through and the things that we endure in the communities that we come from. And he did it from a West Coast perspective back when it wasn't even popular and everything was popping coming out of the East Coast. You know what I mean? He took it to another level and put the West Coast on the map, if you will.
He definitely put the West Coast on the map.
Right, he really did.
NWA.
NWA. Hey, you want to know what's funny about NWA? Like, I didn't know anything about them because I was born in the 80s. You know what I mean? I was born in 84. So by the time I was of age, I'm like, who is that? You know what I mean? So I remember talking to a friend and they put me on. And I was like, oh, shit, that's my shit. I remember when I was listening to No Vaseline, man. Let me tell you, No Vaseline pumped so much energy.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't. What? Say something.
Yeah.
I had a whole diss song ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this dude was different.
He gave you an energy.
He gave me an energy to feel. And you know what? When you think about Ice Cube, though, you think about his music, his movies, the opportunities he gave people. You know what I mean? Or he gives people. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Really
is. something Truck mentioned about him having one wife. You know, ladies, listen, we respect her. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But what I can say is, for every strong man that you see, there's an even stronger woman behind him. You get what I'm saying? So we want to give her some kudos too. You know what I mean? Shout out to her as well.
Shout out to you and to your entire family. Shout out to Cube, your entire family, your son, a split image of you.
And we want to say thank you for O'Shea.
Thank
we just want to say thank you.
Thank you for Straight Outta Compton.
We want to say thank you so much. And, thank the mama too.
Thank y'all.
We appreciate you, brother.
You guys are amazing. You gave us something to be proud of.
They really have.
From a place where South Central being a place that is not something to be proud of.
Yes,
most people don't
say that part.
Most people don't hear South Central LA and think of that as synonymous with joy, with happiness, with peace. They hear South Central and they think the gutter, the ghetto, the hood, hard times. Okay? And he made me feel like this,
I'm
what?
Proud
it's okay.
To be from LA.
Yes.
Say something. I'm proud to be from LA.
I'm proud. I am proud to be from South Central. But when you look at this representation of what it means to be from where I am from, what do you see?
You know what? If I can come in on that, one of the beautiful or harsh things about life and growing up in Compton, Watts, South Central, and particularly South Central LA, is in LA, Cali it's a place where you got 70, 80 degree weather all year long. You got palm trees, and you right in the shadow of Beverly Hills. You just 10 minutes south, you know what I mean, of Beverly Hills. You 10 minutes east of Santa Monica and Venice and all these nice places. But you go to raw dog South Central LA.
Right.
You got palm trees. You got
beautiful.
It's a beautiful place, but it's a very dangerous place.
It is.
And so to have some positive things come out of a place like that you know what I mean. At one point, you're talking about when Cube and them came on the scene. LA, Compton, they had the highest murder rate in the country. So to have a brother like that who grew up and let me also say, Cube grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah,
this is something else that's not talked about enough
they don't talk
in
about
Black
that
America.
Enough. Right.
He grew up in a 2-parent household with a strong father and a strong mother. You know what I mean? So he had a structure that allowed him to give him to us, so that we can see the great man that we have before us today.
Yeah.
I think one thing too that I appreciate about Cube is the fact that growing up in the hood and things like that, you get exposed to the community gangs, right? And that's not to say
I think I know where you're going. Strong.
He wasn't a participant, but he was also wise enough to see something beyond that. You get what I'm saying? And he made it okay to be a celebrity and still understand where you came from, but then also still live a certain life that you want to live and give back and teach our people instead of just, I would never say that Ice Cube turned his back on our community.
I would have to agree with you there. And if anything more, he's given opportunity to our community. Because even when you think about our favorite movies like Friday, right?
Man.
Talk about it, Double J.
Instead of he brought a movie to the freaking to the ghetto, right? No, but like
making
really think
it
about
okay. Yeah, making it okay.
Between Normandy and Weston.
Little
twin.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, but when you really think about it, we were shooting, he was one of the first to shoot the movies in the hood.
Yes.
Right.
And to bring real life action to something, and it was positive too. It wasn't,
right.
I mean, yeah, we did. Well, but what I'm saying is you employ black people. You didn't put on
the
stereotypical black story. Yes. I just appreciate every depiction of what he gave to his creative arts.
And what he continues to give, even with the recent, I don't know what you want to call it, but the recent, I guess,
upheaval
trend about him surrounding the he's a coon because he wanted to go to Donald Trump or Joe Biden about Black America contract. You know what I mean? For me, I didn't look at it like that when I first heard about it. Again, I'm listening to people. Oh, he a sellout. He this. He that. He ain't no sellout. He was just trying to get us some help. And guess what? He doesn't have that particular type of power. But who's ever willing to listen to give us something. He was just, getting the ball rolling. That's it.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Exactly.
He did what any noble man would do, and it takes courage to be in a position like him and to stand firm in what he believes. Still,
absolutely. And let me say, a wise man once said, a wise leader in our community once said that if you understood, and you knew every move that I make, then damn it, you would be the leader.
You know what I'm saying?
There's another book that it's a controversial book, you know what I mean? But many millions of people on the planet, billions of people on the planet have read this book and follow it. And in there it says the people would perish if they didn't have vision, if they didn't have leaders that had vision. Our people die for lack of knowledge. This brother Cube, he I like a lot of philosophies. You know what I mean? Philosophies like when the mountain won't come to Muhammad will go to the mountain. Q went to the mountain. Mountain of the Republican Party and the mountain of the Democratic Party. For us, this man is a wealthy man. He don't need a stimulus check. Nothing that he went talking to them about, actually, he gonna directly benefit from. The grassroots. Those of us on the grassroots in the community, we would benefit from that. And he went and spoke direct to power, hey, we need this.
Right.
And if and everything in politics should be quid pro quo, meaning you do this for me and you get my vote. This is how you earn my vote. That's how we should be approaching politics. And and I know the show is not political, but to say that man was being a coon for that, he was doing what he was supposed to do.
A lot of us, or some people in power that don't even have enough courage to do. That's all he was doing.
And I'm just glad that he also had the opportunity to go back and clear his own name and conscience thereafter, because they could have just continued to keep that narrative. We already know that black people don't we don't own any real platforms.
Right.
No, we don't.
So for them to,
unfortunately,
even let him come back and say what he said, like, no, this is actually what I stand for. Yep. I don't care who is in office. It could be freaking Homer Simpson, and whomever is in office is who I'm going to talk to. Whoever is in a place of authority
is who I'm going to talk to.
What it is. So it's not even about politics. If we can take that whole term out of it, we're doing for our people. The Asians do it for their people.
Yes.
They do this in secrecy too. I'm not even gonna say secrecy like it's sworn to secrecy, but they make sure they go have their political conversations and what have you to say this is what our people need.
They definitely gonna talk about that.
And if not, there will be upheaval.
This is what's going to happen if this doesn't go that way. Right.
You won't get their support.
Exactly.
Right,
but there is no black, I'm sorry, we don't have a spokesperson for the black community. Yeah. So if any black person does it, it's either for clout, it's for money, there's some kind of motive behind it. This is one brother who I can